I blew so many challenge accounts because I thought trading was only about strategy, but what actually got me funded was not a new strategy, it was a mindset shift. The strategy was solid, but my mindset was not, and I was pointing fingers at the charts, at my strategy, saying that's what's keeping me unprofitable, when really it was me. And whenever I dialed in and knew that it was me and I changed those things, that's when I became way more consistent when it comes to trading. Old me, I was FOMOing into setups, I was over leveraging, I was over trading, I was cutting my winners way too fast, and I was cutting my losers way too late. That is all mindset, and I could not control myself when it came to that. I was making the same mistake over and over and over again. But when I took journaling serious and I journaled every single day, even on the no trade days, that literally made me figure out everything I basically needed to know. It made me figure out what I was doing correct, what I was doing wrong. And once I figured out what I was doing wrong, that's when I worked super hard to change that stuff. And the losing trades and the things you do wrong are very important because you need to turn those things into a lesson and perfect it. One thing you need to drill into your head is just focus on the process, and the profits are going to come with it. That is a huge thing. A lot of people are just focused on the profits. Trust me, I've been there. But focus on the process, do the same thing every single day, have the same strategy, have a good trading plan, follow it. So that shift, like I was just talking about, remember the mistakes I was making? Well, the shift came when I started journaling. Journaling is going to keep you accountable, and like I mentioned, you're going to realize what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And what you're doing wrong is literally what you need to change in order to become more consistently profitable. A lot of people think it's a strategy or it's the charts that's keeping them unprofitable. And in reality, a lot of times it's not their strategy. I've talked to plenty of members in Premium about this, and some of them are thinking, oh, I'm reading market direction wrong, or I'm marking my supply and demand levels wrong. In reality, they're not. It's themselves that's keeping them unprofitable. They're not managing the trade correctly, over leveraging, stuff like that. People don't actually sit there and realize and take the time to figure out what's keeping them unprofitable. That's why people automatically assume that it's a strategy that's not working. So that mindset shift that I had, man, it was crazy. And I literally knew that, okay, this is what's keeping me unprofitable. And when I started working on becoming at least 1% better every single day, it started clicking more and more and more. And I'm still not even at that full level that I want to be at yet. There's plenty and plenty of progress to make, but I'm doing the same thing that's gotten me to this level to where I can make consistent profits from trading. So if I can keep doing this, it's a matter of time by me just following the process where I'm going to start having 10K months, 20K months, growing in other businesses. Another thing too is people really got to focus on capital preservation when it comes to trading. Don't over leverage, don't do none of that. We are here to preserve our capital and to stay in this game long term. People think trading as just short term, but no, if you really want to be a consistent, profitable trader, you need to think of the bigger picture and think long term. Have your losses literally at a certain amount, right? If you don't want to lose more than, let's say, 500, why are you moving your stop loss when it's getting closer to that level? Or why are you over leveraging? Those people are just trying to make a bunch of money quick, or they're afraid to take that L, right? And when it comes to trading, capital preservation is going to be key. If you don't want to lose more than 500 on a trade, if it hits your stop loss at that $500 mark, that's it. Literally, do not place another trade. That's going to be it for the day. When it hits your take profit, don't be afraid to take profit at those levels. Some people, they're trying to hit a home run every single time, 1 to 5, 1 to 7. No, you literally do not need that 1 to 5, 1 to 7 to be profitable. 1 to 1s, 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s, all that you can literally be profitable doing. So don't try to aim for those home runs. The small wins add up. So what really took me from blowing those accounts to literally becoming more consistent when it comes to trading is I changed the way I thought. By when I hopped on the charts before, I would think, okay, I need to make at least X amount of money today, right? Now, what I do and what I've been doing for quite some time is I just need to execute well. If the market gives me a setup, I'm going to take it. If the market does not give me a setup, I'm not going to take it. I just care about execution. And just caring about execution besides the dollar amount, that's going to change your mindset to where you're going to want to do better. The money does not matter, right? It's just all about executing well, following your trading plan. So just by journaling and figuring out my mistakes of over trading, over leveraging, FOMOing in, all that sort of stuff, and figuring out what I'm doing well, right? Like my strategy was doing well. It was just that stuff that was keeping me unprofitable. And then having the journal to hold me accountable and to really take it serious and want change, because I wanted change in my life and I still want a lot more, and I'm working towards that as we speak. But holding myself accountable and following my trading plan, even though sometimes I did not want to. That's really what took me from blowing all those accounts to being able to have payouts. Some things that I could recommend you guys that drastically helped me was only take one trade per day. Now, I still have no trade days, so I'm not telling you to force a trade. A no trade day is completely fine, but on a day that you do place a trade, no matter if it's win, loss, break even, only place one trade. That's it. That is going to help preserve capital, and I'm telling you guys, only taking one trade in a day is plenty. If you have a take profit of $500, right, and it hits TP1 and you close at 500, you just made $500 literally in a day by looking at the charts. If you lost 500, that's totally fine. You kept your loss at a level that you were comfortable with losing, and now you can come back tomorrow and do the same thing and hopefully catch a W. One trade per day is plenty. That's all you need. Also, like I mentioned, I still have no trade days. I can't remember the last week where I actually took a trade every single day, Monday through Friday. That's because I started looking for higher quality setups, right? I became more picky about my setups, and I wasn't just taking everything that the market gave me. I needed to have multiple time frames in confluence. I needed price action to look good when it's approaching that level, that sort of stuff. So if it's not aligning like that, I'm not even going to take the setup. If I miss it and it goes to TP2, TP3, it is what it is. The market will give me plenty of other good setups, but become more picky about your trades. Only take one trade per day, and that's all you need when they're high quality setups. And now I've had plenty of funded accounts, I've had plenty of payouts, and I'm gonna continue to keep getting more. So that's why I can only tell you guys what helped me and what I've learned through this journey, and I hope it helps you guys. If you're still a struggling trader though, click the link in the description down below and join the TCU Premium. I'm live 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm live trading with the team. Saturday, I have an educational call, and then Sunday, I'm doing a market review. I'm live 7 days a week with the team, trying to turn the team into profitable traders. So click the link in the description or click the link in my bio and lock in. Premium is only $10 a week right now, $35 a month.